Let's be real for a second. When you are planning a solo trip, two massive questions immediately pop into your head. Will I be safe? And can I afford this? Safety is the #1 concern for solo travelers, especially for solo female travelers exploring the globe on their own. Combining safe with cheap hits the two major pain points of planning the perfect adventure. You want to be able to walk around a new city without constantly looking over your shoulder, but you also do not want to empty your bank account just to buy a decent meal. Well, grab your backpack. For your 2026 bucket list, I have put together the ultimate guide to the best solo travel destinations that offer total peace of mind and incredible value for your money. And trust me, you'll want to stick around until the end, because we saved the absolute best for last. Let's start our journey with the country where arriving exactly on time is cutting it close and is usually viewed the same as being late. Japan is legendary for being one of the safest countries in the entire world. You can literally leave your phone on a cafe table, go to the bathroom, and it will still be sitting right there when you get back. Most people think Japan is way too expensive for a budget solo trip, but the current exchange rates in 2026 make it surprisingly affordable. You can eat amazing convenience store food, sleep in fun and quirky capsule hotels, and use local trains to see the sights for cheap. It is the absolute perfect playground for solo tourists who want a mix of crazy neon cities, peaceful ancient temples, and zero stress. You must eat a steaming bowl of ramen from a ticket machine restaurant, which is super cheap and designed perfectly for solo diners. You can comfortably enjoy a full day here for a moderate budget from $60 to $100. We highly recommend to buy a Suica or Pasmo transit card as soon as you land. You can use it to pay for trains, buses, and even snacks in convenience stores. Did you know that Japan has over 5 million vending machines, selling everything from hot coffee to umbrellas? If you want to trade neon city lights for sunny European beaches, our next stop is calling your name. Portugal is constantly ranked as one of the best places to travel alone in Europe. It has a super low crime rate, extremely friendly locals who speak great English, and a huge community of digital nomads. Whether you are exploring the steep hills of Lisbon or surfing down south in the Algarve, you will always feel welcome and safe. It is also one of the most affordable countries in Western Europe, meaning your money goes much further here than in neighboring Spain or France. It is so easy to meet other travelers in the amazing hostels here, making it perfect for first-time solo travelers. When it comes to food, you absolutely have to try a pastel de nata, a warm and crispy egg custard tart dusted with cinnamon. For dinner, get the bacalhau, a traditional salted cod dish. You can comfortably enjoy a full day here for a budget between $50 and $85. Based on our experience, we suggest to wear comfortable flat shoes. The beautiful cobblestone streets in Lisbon and Porto are very slippery and steep. Did you know that Portugal is the oldest country in Europe? It has the same defined borders, dating back to 1139. Ready for a completely different vibe? Let's head over to Southeast Asia for the ultimate backpacker dream. Vietnam is an absolute paradise for budget travel and is incredibly safe for solo female travelers. The energy here is electric, with millions of motorbikes zooming around cities like Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. You can spend weeks exploring lush green rice terraces, cruising through stunning limestone bays, and drinking the best coffee of your life. Violent crime is extremely rare, and the biggest thing you have to worry about is safely crossing the busy streets. Best of all, it is one of the cheapest countries to visit in the world. To satisfy your taste buds, we definitely suggest to try a bowl of pho, noodle soup. Also, do not miss a banh mi, a crispy French baguette filled with savory meats, fresh herbs, and pickled veggies. You can live like a king in Vietnam for a daily budget between $25 and $45. As we experience the firsthand, we recommend to download the Grab app, the Asian version of Uber, to safely and cheaply book motorbike taxis and food delivery. Did you know that Vietnam is the second largest coffee producer in the entire world, right behind Brazil? Leaving the tropical heat behind, let's discover a fairy tale European country that most tourists completely miss. If you love nature, Slovenia is the hidden gem of Europe you have been looking for. It is squeezed between Italy, Austria, and Croatia, giving you those epic alpine mountain views for a fraction of the cost. Slovenia is exceptionally clean, green, and ranks as one of the top 10 safest countries globally. You can stroll around the charming capital city of Ljubljana at night with absolutely no worries, or take a cheap bus to the famous, picture-perfect Lake Bled. It offers the beauty and safety of Switzerland, but at prices perfect for a solo travel budget. For a local taste, try Struckli, a traditional rolled dough dish filled with sweet or savory ingredients like cottage cheese, apples, or walnuts. You can comfortably enjoy a day here for around $50–80. The tap water in Slovenia is not just safe to drink, it is some of the purest, highest quality mountain water in the world, so bring a reusable bottle. Did you know that over 60% of Slovenia is covered in deep forests, making it one of the greenest countries on the planet? Let's jump back to Asia to a beautiful island destination that is a foodie's wildest dream. Taiwan is massively underrated and is arguably the best solo trip destination for food lovers. The crime rate is incredibly low, and the local people are famous for going out of their way to help lost tourists. You can spend your evenings wandering safely through the vibrant night markets in Taipei, eating your way through endless cheap snacks. Transport is cheap, fast, and spotless, making it so easy to travel from the bustling capital down to the stunning beaches and national parks in the south. It is modern, highly efficient, and wonderfully affordable for solo travelers. When it is time to eat, you should absolutely try xiaolongbao, steamed soup dumplings, and wash it down with authentic Taiwanese bubble tea. Your daily budget here is very affordable, between $45 and $75. Get an Easy Card at the airport. It works for all public transport, and you can even use it to rent city bikes. Did you know that Taiwan has the highest density of high mountain peaks in the world, making it a spectacular spot for hiking? Looking for rich history and beautiful architecture in Europe? Our next budget-friendly stop is perfect. When people think of budget travel in Europe, they often forget about Poland, but they really shouldn't. Cities like Krakow and Warsaw are incredibly vibrant, rich in history, and filled with stunning old town squares. It is very safe to walk around these major cities, and the public transport between towns is cheap and reliable. Because Poland uses the zloty instead of the euro, prices for food, beer, and great hostels are much lower than in Western Europe. It is the perfect solo destination if you want deep culture, lively nightlife, and a very friendly travel community. As for what to eat, do yourself a favor and try pierogi. These traditional Polish dumplings are usually filled with potatoes, cheese, meat, or even sweet fruits. It's surprisingly affordable here. Think from $35 to $65 a day. Take advantage of the free walking tours available in major cities. They are the best way to learn the deep history safely with a local guide. Did you know that Poland boasts 17 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, including the stunning Wieliczka salt mine, which has an entire cathedral carved from salt? If you want that perfect mix of bustling night markets, ancient history, and gorgeous tropical islands, look no further than our next spot. Thailand is probably the single most popular solo travel destination on the planet, especially for beginners. It is remarkably safe, the infrastructure for tourists is massive, and getting around on trains or cheap flights is super easy. You can spend your days exploring ancient gold temples in Bangkok, trekking through lush northern jungles, or partying on stunning southern beaches. Because it is so popular, you are guaranteed to meet other solo tourists, so you never have to be alone unless you want to be. Best of all, it is incredibly cheap, meaning you get massive value for your money. Treat your taste buds to the local legend. Pad Thai, stir-fried noodles, is the go-to, but you must also try mango sticky rice for dessert. It is sweet, creamy heaven. You can plan on spending a mere $35–60 a day to see the sights. When visiting temples, you must cover your shoulders and knees. Always carry a light scarf in your backpack just in case. Did you know that Thailand is the only Southeast Asian nation that was never colonized by a European power? Next up is a tiny Balkan country that packs a massive punch for budget travelers. Why pay the high prices of Croatia when Montenegro is sitting right next door? This tiny country has the same stunning Adriatic coastline, massive dramatic mountains, and beautiful historic towns, but with way fewer crowds and much lower prices. Solo female travelers consistently report feeling very safe, exploring places like the Bay of Kotor or hiking in Durmitor National Park. It is easy to navigate, very relaxed, and perfect for solo tourists who want epic scenery without the stress of big, overwhelming cities. Culinary-wise, your trip won't be complete without tasting the grilled squid, which is amazing, but also try cevapi, small grilled meat sausages served with flatbread and onions. Experience it all for less than $70 a day. To save money and avoid the cruise ship crowds, hike the famous Kotor Fortress walls early in the morning right after sunrise. Did you know that Montenegro literally translates to Black Mountain, named after the dark pine forests that cover the steep slopes? Finally, let's fly down to South America for our last safe and budget-friendly haven. South America can sometimes feel intimidating for solo travelers, but Argentina is a brilliant, safe exception. The capital, Buenos Aires, feels just like Paris but with a fiery Latin flair, and it is very safe if you stick to the main tourist neighborhoods. Because of the current economic situation, foreign currency goes incredibly far here in 2026, making it a true budget paradise. You can eat world-class steak, drink amazing wine, and travel down to the stunning glaciers of Patagonia for $50, which is a fraction of what it would cost elsewhere. You cannot visit without eating at a Parrilla steakhouse to try an asado barbecue, paired perfectly with a baked empanada pastry. Bring cash to exchange locally, as you will often get a much better rate than using ATMs. Did you know that Argentina is home to both the highest point in the southern hemisphere, Mount Aconcagua, and the lowest point, Laguna del Carbon? Now let's head to the intersection of Europe and Asia for a country with the best hospitality in the world. The country of Georgia in the Caucasus region is exploding in popularity for solo backpackers in 2026. The locals believe that guests are a gift from God, so the hospitality here is incredibly warm and protective. It is extremely safe to travel alone, and the dramatic mountain scenery is simply breathtaking. Best of all, it is wildly cheap. You can get a feast of local food and a bed in a cool hostel for almost nothing. From the quirky capital of Tbilisi to the high peaks of Kazbegi, Georgia is an adventure you will never forget. In this country, you will fall in love with khachapuri, a warm, boat-shaped bread filled with bubbling gooey cheese and a soft baked egg on top. Live like a king for just $25–50 a day. This place is a steal. Use the local minibuses called marshrutkas to get between towns. They look chaotic, but they are incredibly cheap and safe. Did you know that Georgia is widely considered the birthplace of wine, with a history of making it that goes back over 8,000 years? Taking your first solo trip can feel intimidating, but the world is full of amazing places that are both safe and budget-friendly. You don't have to choose between peace of mind and saving money. Whether it's Taiwan's night markets, Slovenia's alpine lakes, or a life-changing bowl of po in Vietnam, there's a perfect solo adventure waiting in 2026. Now, I want to hear from you. Which destination is going on your solo travel bucket list this year? Or if you're a seasoned solo traveler, what's the safest and most affordable country I missed? Thank you for watching. and let's the journey begins.